Welcome back, everybody, to BG Addict for our playthrough of Pull Radiance. We're doing a no reload, complete run, no wipes, a Pull of Radiance. Just want to thank you for joining me. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go to the Zhentil Keep on a diplomatic mission. So um, we are in front of the docks here, ready to leave. In case you didn't know, Zhentil Keep is in the western wilderness area, so we'll be traveling over there. And we memorized our spells. We got our gold consolidated down to where we're not too weighted down. Guys are still a little weighted because they're all wearing plate except for the two casters, which is Cleric Magic User and our Magic User. But we'll go ahead and depart for the western wilderness. West. Arnold pay. So we're going to the end of the dock there, and we're going to stay. So you just completed the Buccaneers base, so we're going to travel on past that. Spot a group of tigers. Let's try to flee, but you're not usually successful fleeing those, unfortunately. Okay, so like we said before, these tigers do a fair amount of damage when they hit you. And they have a fair amount of hit points as well. I'm gonna rest up. We need to be at full hit points and fully rested, and all of our spells memorized when we go in the keep. Oops, wrong character. Okay. One thing I would do before, if you have to rest in the western wilderness, is get out of this prairie area. I've noticed that Thrycreen are fairly common encounters here, and they're some of the tougher creatures you'll have to fight as far as wandering encounters go. We'll make sure we have a couple of detect magics too before we go in there, which we do. And like I said before, the reason we're saving it is because we want to make sure that we don't have another glitch. We had one in one episode. We don't want that to happen again. Unfortunately, I had to redo a whole area. Alright, a group of armed guards ride by. A group of men on horseback ride out to meet you. Their leader says, "Are you the diplomatic envoys from New Flan? What will you say?" Yes. The riders escort you into the outpost. You are being escorted into Zhentil Outpost. From here, you see a large inner wall around the Zhentil Keep. This area is busy with men entering and leaving barracks. You are led toward the Zhentil Keep. You are inside the commandant's office. He greets you and you hand him the papers. After skimming through the papers, the commandant says, "I welcome you and hope you will join me for the dinner tonight." He tells he tells the guard to give you a tour of the outpost. After skimming through, okay, we've read that. I thought that was a new message here. The guard giving the tour says, "Here you see one of our fine barracks. There are 6 of these, and each one can hold over 100 men. Here you see one of our fine watchtowers, which were built by the finest stonemasons in the land. From here you can also see our solidly built outside wall. This wall has survived many attacks, including one from a dragon." The guard says, "That concludes our tour. I'll show you to your barracks." The guard says, "Here you are. Here are your quarters. Do not leave this area." He then leaves. Okay. Okay, so will you walk around or will you just relax? We're going to relax. At dusk, a guard comes by to escort you to dinner. You arrive at the officer's mess and you are seated with the commandant and his advisors. A fine meal of roast boar is served with a hearty red wine. The commandant turns to one of your characters and says, "So, how's everything in Flan? What we talk about?" "We're not going to talk about anything." The conversation begins to die down. The commandant starts the conversation by saying, "Well, are you having much trouble with the creatures from all Flan?" "We're going to say little or nothing." The conversation completely dies, and everyone is staring at each other. The commandant excuses himself and leaves. The guard takes you back to your quarters. Okay, it is night. How do you spend the night? "We're going to sleep with a watch." You wait in your room for about 2 hours when suddenly 4 armed guards burst in and attack you. It's kind of rude. Just making sure I was recording. Alright, so here we go. Okay, we could probably take that one down. Let's unready the mace and ready a wand of magic missiles and use it. Skull Crusher. Dirtin. Use magic missile wand. Use wand of magic missile. Okay, so done with that group. Doesn't like anything's magical in that group. You defeat the guards and some more run in to attack. And they're pretty hell bent on killing you, so like to um, save my spells for the final waves. Alright, so let's try to get him around there. Get him on the front line. Don't be afraid to use your wands. You've got a few, and from here on out, you really need to start using everything you've got. Um, we're getting fairly close to the end of the game, so make use of what you have. You can't bring it into Curse of the Azure Bonds anyway. Okay, so that's the only one we have injured is Skull Crusher. We'll go ahead and fix that. Move. Okay, so share, take. Doesn't appear to be anything magical there. Alarm goes off in the distance. Okay, so we're going to try to get as close to the front gate as we can. looking for a good position to defend. Be careful you don't accidentally target yourself. That's easy to do with the wand. Okay. Again, nothing appears to be magical there. They all seem to be carrying the same thing, so we don't want to waste a detect magic there. Okay, so let's keep. Appears to be a fairly weak group. No magic items. Tell by the number of experience points. Okay, so we're going to. We don't want to leave yet. Don't leave unless you're really in a bad way with your hit points and stuff. Okay, we're looking for a just a little better place to defend than the wide open. So strategically, it's better to be in a narrow hall when you're fighting these mobs. So we'll go here. I don't want the area map. And go to search mode, and now we're going to try to bring them to us. Okay, so let's go ahead and start using. So we got plenty of sleep spells. Let him cast his whole person spells. With this whole person spells, the more targets you do, you can try to hold up to 3 enemies. But the thing is, the more that you do, the less likely they will be successful. As you can see, even this late in the game, your sleep spells are still pretty effective. Get the Skull Crusher up there where he can sweep. With his two-handed sword. Alright, so he's got 12 movement, so let's do the same with Marlin. Use her wand of magic missiles. There's no magic items again because we can tell by the number of experience points. We don't need to worry about leaving anything good behind. Alright, so we're going to continue to look. More guards. And if you're familiar at all with Forgotten Realms, you know the Zhentarim are a very evil group of mercenaries. One of the most evil groups probably in the realms. Familiar with RGA, you'll know Czar, he is a Zhentarim. Wacko too, but one of my favorite characters from that game. We're not using our fireball spells, we're saving that. I think we're going to quit combat from here on out. Okay, done with that group. Okay, again, we can tell by the experience that there's no magic items. You can just look to make sure, but there's they're all those mobs have the same items, so none are magical. Okay, so we're going to continue to look. Guard spots your attack. Cast our sleep spell again. Got most of them asleep, so we're just going to go to quick combat now. Being in this hallway just gives you a better tactical position, just where you're not any more than 4 wide on your front line. It's not a real tough fight, but you don't want to get sloppy when you're doing, no save, no reload. Any fight can things can go bad. So just make sure that you're taking your time and planning out your fights carefully. Once it gets to a certain point, you can pretty much just go to quit, but you want to make sure that you don't want to rush through it. In other words. But going to quick, you do have those idiots down there on the south side of the wall where they can't get to anybody. There he comes, finally. Skull Crusher still lost though. Well, he got away. He won't. Well, he did. We'll get him with a bow though. Yep. Okay, 78 experience. We know there's no magic items. Let's check, make sure. Yep, they're all the same, so there's no magic items there. Alright, so let's look again. Some guard spot you attack you again. Pretty much using the same strategy every wave on these guys. I'm not going to quick combat yet. There's too many enemies on the screen there that are active. Not crowd controlled yet. A lot of archers. Okay. No magic items. And we do have potions. If we need to resort to using those, we can. I'm not to that point yet. Let's go ahead and save our game just in case of a glitch. Okay, so a large group of men led by a dwarf. So this one's a little bit different. Okay. That should miss Rolf up there in the top right corner. Problem is, it's going to miss the dwarf too. That should be okay, I'm thinking. If not, it'll be alright. He's got a potion he can use. Yep, well, that's fine. Try to take that dwarf down. I can't remember if there is another wave after this one or not, so we're going to save one of our all spells just in case. I think there is. I'm not exactly sure. Guys are wearing decent armor, looks like. Okay, so the dwarf is about down. This'll kill him. Okay. Let these guys group up a little bit. Just like that. Let's see. Let's move him down. Move her down, rather. Okay, so now they're surrendering. Should be able to get a lot of these with our bows. I really like the map on the right side for combat. It's in the Gold Box Companion. Not everything about the Gold Box Companion is great, but that's one thing that helps when you're planning out battles. And it's good to be able to see how many hit points exactly your opponents have. It's good to see where you're at on hit points all the time. It's just a real handy thing that makes the fights a little bit easier from a planning and strategy standpoint. Okay, so there's definitely magic items there. Let's cast a detect magic. If you'll see at the very bottom, the end of your list is where all the magic items will be. Okay, he's overloaded. Okay, that's all the magic items there. Okay, so that's it. Who has our lowest strength here? 1871, 1856. Roland does. If I remember correctly, that's Gauntlets of Ogre Power. So his strength was 1856. Says he's stronger. Yep, so he's 18 double lot now. So, okay, a large group of men led by the commandant. So there was one more wave here, and it's going to be a tougher one. We've got to make sure we deal with that mage. Let's unready that short bow. It's really that long sword. I'm not sure what it is. Let's try it and see. Thaco of 12. Okay, so let's try to hit that mage. Nope, miss. So we're going to use Wand of Paralyzation on that guy. Nope, didn't work. And that could be a mistake. Let's move. We need to Taking a chance, I knew, but we've got to try to get a hit on him. Yep, okay, good. That did prevented him from being able to cast this round, which is crucial. And the Commandant has 100 hit points. All right, let's do a fireball. I think that's going to be the ticket right there. Let's take down the magic user. So let's try to get. Let's just go ahead and hit the Commandant, just in case we're not able to crowd control him. Durden had a hold spell, but I don't think we'd probably be able to hold the Commandant. He's high level fighter. Would be tough. Alright. Alright, so let's move him up. Cast. Nope. So we'll be using Wand of Paralyzation. Maybe we'll have better luck this time. Nope. Whole person. So as a cleric, that's going to be one of your best spells. So we're just going to do him just to increase our chances of that working. Nope. We need to take that one by the doorway out so we can get another character adjacent to the Commandant, get one of our fighters in melee range of him. We need to take him down quick. Let's cast haste. Let's go right there. Okay, if you notice, when you cast haste, your character's aged by 1 year. It's not a big deal. In Curse Azor bonds are a lot of potions of youth that will correct that, so don't worry about aging your characters. He's got some crazy armor class. Cast or use. Let's just use magic missile on him so we can knock him down a few hit points. Hit him with melee weapons. Okay, so he might get hit when we move away, but we're going to chance it. Nope, he got away with it. Need to get that combat down one way or another. Okay. Use. We'll try it again. Yes, finally. Now the fight's not going to be bad. I'm sure this is the last wave. Take him down. Done dealing with him. He's a beast. With those haste spells, they give you a chance to hit him twice in one round, so that's pretty helpful. Dirt and 13 hit points. Go back to our wand of magic missiles. Cast. Let's see. Let's try sleep. He won't be able to do very many, but he might be able to get one or two. He got 3. Well, that's kind of more than I was planning on. Need to try to get in those archers there and start knocking them down. Here we're going to solve this problem down here in this doorway. Going to block it off with a stinking cloud. gotta bandage him so he doesn't die. Let me do that. Go ahead and bandage just to be safe. Now they're surrendering. Okay. Share, and then we're going to detect. Actually, we're going to pull first. Take items. Got a lot of stuff there. Alright, I think that's all the magic items. Don't want to forget to share. And exit. No. After killing the commandant, the rest of the outpost either surrenders or runs away. So that's it to that fight. That's the way I do it. I like to clear them all out. I don't just try to run out and get away as quickly as possible. You can do that though. You'll accomplish the commission by doing that. The quest. And you could rest in here now if you like. I think there was supposed to be a door there. I don't think there's supposed to be a one-way door there either. No. No. Is anybody ready to level? Sylvia may. No, I don't think anybody is quite. It's not until we turn in the quest. this out, we'll memorize our spells, get all our hit points back before we leave and head out in the wilderness. We really don't want to get jumped in our current state. Alright. To the inner keep. What that is. Just a closet maybe. I don't think you could even get into the inner part of the keep. I think that's the dinner hall that we were at, where he was asking us all these questions and we refused to answer. And if you disclose some information or talk to him, he'll make some interesting statements. Basically, what happened was we were set on a suicide mission. We were supposed to die there. But our party's a bunch of badasses, so that didn't quite work out the way they wanted. So we're going to go back and find that out here in just a minute. Okay, so alright, so we'll go right here and we're going to memorize, and first of all we're going to rest, get everybody, get Durton back up. Alright, so now let's start memorizing some spells. Detect magic, cure light wounds, hold person, and prayer. Yes, and then Annalyn, she's gonna do, let's see, we'll give her magic missiles this time. Stinking cloud. Two fireballs. Sylvia is going to get a detect magic, a bunch of cure light wounds, magic missiles, hold person, stinking cloud, and fireball. Exit, yes, and then I think that's it. It's going to take a little bit to memorize all these spells. Nothing to worry about here though. Now that we've taken a keep, we've got a safe place to rest here. So we're going to get all our hit points back. And Curse or Bonds, they give you a better way to rest. You also have the option to use the fix all command in the Gold Box Companion, but I don't use that because it doesn't calculate your rest time correctly, so it's kind of cheating a little bit. As you know, I don't like having anything to do with cheating. It defeats the purpose of even playing the game. What's the point of playing it if you're going to cheat your way through it? So I like making it challenging. Okay, so there we go. We're going to save just in case of disaster, and we're going to turn off search, and we're going to get the flocks out of here. Okay, so let's mosey our way back over. Surprised by a group of kobolds. Great. Oh, gosh. I'd almost rather encounter a group of trolls. So tired of kobolds. If we get through this, we can go back, rest, turn into quest, train, and get ready to go to the graveyard, which is my favorite part of the game. It's always been my favorite part of Polar Radiance, the graveyard. It's a pain sometimes, but I just like it for some reason. While this mess is going on, I'm gonna go get something to drink really quick. Thank God that's over. Okay, so take our boat back to the civilized area. Stay away from the city hall for reasons previously stated. All right, so let's just go in here real quick. Let's get our hit points back. All right, that's done. Yes, we'll save just to be safe. Go up to the shop. Yes, pour gold. View items. So nothing there that we haven't identified. ID. ID. Not enough money. Take. Okay. Let's let's do this. Let's. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to train. Sell our jewelry that we purchased, the opal pendant. So yes, pull. Now we should be good. Bracers, armor class 3, ring of fire resistance. Let's see, that's Paris, so he doesn't have a ring of fire resistance. Gonna ready that so he'll have fire resistance. ID. Wand of lightning. So that can go. That can go. Let's trade that to aniline. Okay, so that should lower her armor class by 1. So now it's -1 instead of 0. Alright, let's continue to go through our inventory. Longsword +2, so he won't need the broadsword +1 anymore. ID the ring. Ring of fire resistance. He can use that, so he'll also have fire resistance. Shield +1. Plate +2. Let's see, he's using. What kind of armor is he using? Silver plate still. So we'll sell that. Plate +2 traded to Paris. View items. Ready. Okay. So let's unequip. Let's equip that. -5 armor class. So let's see this. Unequip the bow. Let's ready the shield +2 and the longsword +2. Trade the shield down to Rolf. It puts him at -2. Rolf has, let's see, when he equips his short sword and his shield +2, puts him at -2. Okay, so shield +2. Can't use a shield. Bracers of armor class 4. Let's trade that to Rolf, see what it does to his armor class, to use those instead of the leather armor. He's at -2 right now. Oop, believe that. Okay, so he's still at -2, so that bracers. The bracers are going to be better than the leather armor because they don't weigh as much, and they give us the same armor class as that leather armor. So let's just do that. But let's not drop the leather armor yet. Shield plus 1. She's already got shield plus 2. Durden's got shield plus 1. And he got a shield plus 1 as well, even though he's using a two-handed sword. Alright. So let's see. No, we gotta make sure that our NPCs don't have any gold stuck on them. And then we'll share. Okay, so for now, that will work. Let's see. Sylvia. Let's see if she can level. Let's head out and go to the training hall. Rolf can't level yet. I'm a little surprised by that. Okay, so let's remove Skull Crusher for now. Get adventure. Not enough experience. Okay. Have a hard time remembering who's at max level. So she's almost there. I think after we train, she'll be leveling up. None of our fighters yet can train. Be nice to level them up before we went to the graveyard. Alright. Okay, so we're back at the council, council clerk. We are pleasantly surprised that you completed your mission so swiftly. Cadorno was wagering your return would be much delayed. Here's your reward. I wonder why he expected that. Okay, 1,821. Share, exit. Prefers Cadorna as a traitor to the city. If you find him, kill him. No problem. Okay, so Lord Urslingen wishes urgently to speak with you. Go through the south door of the traitor Cadorna's old quarters. Okay. Thank you for coming. I must be brief as our need is urgent. Our one chance to defeat the enemy through an assault on the castle. To do this, we must first secure Sturgeonell Gate. The gate is too strong to be taken by storm. A small band must slip in inside and hold until relieved. You are the best and the bravest. The council has instructed me to entrust the task to you. You got it. Because we are. You heard correctly. Do you leave? Yes. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay, Sylvia can level up now. Train, yes. What? Oh, I'm trying to train as a cleric. She's at max level as a cleric. Not enough experience. Okay. She should be able to go up to 6th level. Magic user. That's weird. That's really odd. I'm wondering if it's because her intelligence is only 16. That's limiting her level in Magic User. That is possible. Not a biggie though, but okay. It's unfortunate. I'll tell you that. All right, we're not gonna be using her for very long in the second game anyway, which is okay. I think it's because of her intelligence. She's her max level is probably 5 in Magic User because of her intelligence only being 16. I think if it was 8, it would. If her intelligence was 18, it would be maxed out at like 8 or something like that, something ridiculous. But anyway, it is what it is. Now that let's get out of here. No, no, we don't want to duel. We don't need a partner. We got all the partners we need. Okay, add Skull Crusher. Okay, so here's what we're looking at for the next episode. Um, because if you notice, Marlin, Paris, and Roland are about 80% of the way to the next level. Rolf is a good portion of the way there. When we go to Valhalla Graveyard, there is a good possibility we're going to get hit by a white or a specter that's going to cause us to get level drain. And the way it is right now, we would lose 80% of an entire bar of experience, and that's a lot of experience when you're talking about characters at this level. So we don't want to go to the graveyard yet until we've gained those levels, so that if we do get level drain, we won't lose so much. So we're going to probably going over to the Stojanau Gate and clear that and hope that we get enough to go up in levels before we go attack the graveyard. So I think that's going to be a better strategy than just going to try to get that now and then get level drain and lose thousands of experience points. We don't want to do that. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me. When we come back, we will be probably going to the Stojanau Gate to clear that, try to get levels on our fighters before we head on over to the Valhalla Graveyard. Like I said earlier, that's my favorite section of the game. My favorite part of the game. I think it's really cool, but especially by 1988 standards. But um, anywho, I will see you next episode, and thank you very much for joining me, and have a good day.